Hey there, in this video I'd like to go over the new Richtext Editor that we've enabled for the event description and session details fields. And what this will allow us to do is put in some actual formatting, so we can make things bold or italicized, underline. We can do different types of lists, we can do left, center, and right alignments, and everything that we do here is also going to show up in the event landing page, so we can basically spruce up what it looks like to our gray shirts that are signing up. So as an example, we'll just put in some text here. And we can look at something that's bold, something that is italicized, something that is underlined. We can put in a couple lists. So you can basically type it out first and then just add it to a list, or you can hit the icon first and put it in afterwards. Either way, it's like pretty much any other editor that you may have used on some website. Left align, right align, center align. Left is actually there by default, but it doesn't hurt to click it. Right align, center align, and last but not least, we now have the ability to do a hyperlink, and so you can have in whatever text you want and then put in the actual URL. And that's really all you need for a link, but if you want to, you can also say that you want that to show up in a new window, or that's about the only one I would select from here. You probably don't want to do it as a pop-up. So you have some advanced options here, and I would not worry about the advanced field over here. So we'll do a really basic URL, and then let's go ahead and save it. Now to see the changes, even if you're in draft mode, which means that it's not actually published out to the calendar, we have this new field in the communications section that says event URL, and you can either click into this, or I prefer to control left click so that it opens in a new tab. And you would be able to see what that event looks like without having to publish it first. So here we have our bold text, our italicized text, our underlined text. Here's our ordered list and an unordered list or bullet list. We have our left, center, and right align, and of course we have our hyperlink to the Tiara homepage, which you can see down here from rubiconusa.org. So that way, if you have different requirements to be able to hyperlink maybe to somebody else's waiver or some kind of a flyer that gets created for an event, you can put a hyperlink in there directly. So pretty cool new feature. The other thing that I'll show you is if we click into a new event, the national and regional trainings are hard-coded, and so the event description field basically becomes locked down. So I'm going to go ahead and select Core Ops as an example. I'm going to put in the minimum of what it needs just so I can save it. And then we'll take a look at what this looks like. Whoops, one more field. So as this saves, there's a workflow happening in the background that will come in and add the name. It'll add a bunch of the different values, including the event description. And I just want to show you that the event description is hard-coded based on what national training wants to be there. And so it's going to pop in. It's also able to use the Richtext Editor, but we have that on the actual subtype page, so we go edit it somewhere else, save it, and then it pops in automatically. So you will not actually be able to adjust it. Clicking these buttons doesn't do anything for this particular control, but it will still look correct compared to what national training wants these ones to look like. And again, that's for regional training and national training events. They're not all done yet. This is as an example. I edited this one real quick. So for this push, they might look a little funky initially, but we have national training on it, so they will start editing these as soon as they are able to, and hopefully there won't be too many that are published without the actual editing done. But worst case scenario, it's going to look exactly how it does now, so it'll be a wall of text. So we're not missing anything, but hopefully it'll get cleaned up here pretty quick. So that's it for this particular video. If you have any questions about this, just let me know. If you see anything weird or out of the ordinary, we might be able to change it. One last thing I forgot to mention is that when somebody signs up, the editing basically goes away and the calendar invite will show up with just the normal text broken out like it's like people are used to. So if you have a hyperlink or bulleted list or something, then when people get the calendar invite for it, all that stuff gets stripped out. So don't be surprised if you do not see it there. And that's it.